BMW M4 CS. Is it really worth the extra 12 or so thousand pounds on the used market over the regular or the competition package BMW M4? Well, today we are going to find out. But not only that, we're going to do a 0 to 60, a 30 to 70, see what this car's just like to live with, and of course, have some fun on a B-road. Because my name's Tom, and you are watching Paragon Cars. Let's get into it. So first things first, what do you actually get for your extra £12,000 on the used market? Well, the M4 CS, it's obviously a rarer car, but there are some key differences that you don't get on the regular M4 or even the M4 competition. Namely, is that the S55 is actually slightly tuned in this, so we've got an extra 10 horsepower, yes I know, not a lot, but we've got an extra 50 newton meters of torque, which is produced pretty much throughout the entire rev band, which is, yeah, you do notice it, even at low revs, it does feel nice. And this one being a YouTuber's car, talking about the YouTuber, this is Driven Plus's car. I'm going to go and see his channel, click on the top link in the top right hand corner there. But yeah, this has got a gearbox map, and wow, it fixes this car completely. The one complaint I had about the regular M4 competition and even the regular M4 CS is that the gearbox coming out of junctions just wasn't quite as sharp, wasn't quite as responsive as it could have been, and it made the experience just a little bit unpleasant. So at this junction here, I can actually demonstrate just how nice and smooth this gearbox is just in its regular setting. Wait for traffic to pass. This even has start-stop in an M4 CS, and then just give it some throttle, and it really smoothly moves away. It doesn't give you that kind of pogoing effect on the throttle. And then the other thing you get is obviously an improved 0 to 60 time. We will be testing that later, so stay tuned if you want to see that. So supposedly this does 3.9 seconds 0 to 60. Will it though? I don't know. We obviously get a lighter car because you get a carbon fibre bonnet and a carbon fibre drive shaft, which in theory should make this a little bit more responsive on the revs. But obviously this is lighter, so we got 1.58 tons of weight, so not the lightest car in the world, but not super heavy. But compared to the regular M4 competition, it is 40 kilos lighter, or around about that, depending on options. The other thing you get as standard are lightweight doors, so you get these little flappy door handles instead of a proper one, and you get the carbon ceramic brakes, which means if you're taking this car to a track, it just means you don't really have to necessarily think about just your brake wear and so much about the wear and tear of the car. You can just kind of get on and crack on with it, which is what you want when you're buying something like this, I think. Then you get a optional, I know this is optional, Alcantara wheel, and you get lightweight alloy wheels, so lightweight wheels for the CS, but obviously you can buy those aftermarket anyway. So more power and lighter. It should, in theory, make this car much better to drive. But yeah, before we find that out, let's do a 30 to 70, because at the end of the day, it should be quicker. It should be the fastest F-Series car on the channel. But there is only one way to find out. Let's do it. $30 to 70 then, I'm pleased to announce that the 2018 BMW M4 CS is the fastest F-Series 3 or 4 Series car we've had on the channel. We did a time of just 3.13 seconds, which is just over 0.1 of a second quicker than an M3 competition, but actually substantially quicker than the regular BMW M4. So as you can see, that extra torque and tiny bit of extra power over the competition car does definitely help. Unfortunately though, it's still not as fast as the new one. So now we know the pace of this thing. Do those weight saving and handling change measures actually make a difference that I can feel on a British B road? Well, let's find out. Obviously a bit of wheel spin, F-Series cars always struggled with that. when they were new, but the gearbox feels so sharp. It's the same gearbox, it's just the coding. And it just changes gears with the same amount of aggression, but somehow smoother at the same time. It's a very hard thing to describe, but coming down roads like this, it just feels so settled, so planted. The front end, does it feel any different? Well, it's hard to tell, to be honest, because I've got this Alcantara wheel. It's almost giving me this like false representation of how good it is. It almost feels better, but I'm not really sure. But the one thing I love about F-Series cars is that aggression. Now the G-Series cars, they do have that, but I find because they're newer, they're a little bit too smooth. Like, the edges aren't quite as rough as they are with this. Like with an F-Series car, you go right down into first gear, and the engine itself sounds racier to me. It sounds like it should be out of like a DTM car, but you just plant your foot and try not to kill a pheasant. No, 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 no. Wait. I call them suicide birds for a reason. But you plant your foot and it just feels absolutely mega. And now we're on some tighter roads. Let's see if I can really feel a difference in the steering. Again, the pace you can carry into corners is just, you can't explore the true limits of this car on a public road. It's so capable. And the thing is, on a British B road, the suspension actually feels a little bit more compliant than the regular or the competition. Quite interesting. This feels like a very well sorted road car that can do laps of a circuit. Now the front end, it doesn't really feel any lighter to me, even though we've got the carbon fibre bonnet. It's very hard to tell. Let's see what the brakes are like, just coming into a tight corner. Oh wow, yeah, you can feel that they're carbon ceramics. They're coming out of a corner. It just feels so stable and planted. Steering just lovely, and then just get your foot planted coming out of them. And the thing is, I know exactly what this car's going to do. I know exactly what the rear end's going to do, and I know exactly what the front end's going to do. The competition is fantastic. So far to me, this just feels like it's 10% better in every area. Now the price on the used market, you're looking at 25% more, which does it make it worth it? Well, it is rarer. So when you've bought this car, even if you do say 10,000 miles in it, it's probably going to be worth fairly similar to what you bought it for, because it's just a rare car. Whereas the competition, I don't think you're going to see the same results there. I reckon if you buy a competition package car for say £32,000, we'll get you a very nice one. Yeah, if you do 10,000 miles in that, you're looking at mid-20s, so you're losing money, whereas this, you're not losing anywhere near as much. For reference as well, in terms of rarity, I saw 14 of these for sale on Auto Trader at the time of filming this video, whereas I saw over 200 M4 competitions for sale. So that just puts it in perspective, I think. So a fantastic car for a B road, and a fantastic car just to live with, really. Even having these lightweight door cards, the fact they don't have pockets is a little bit annoying, but the sound deadening's pretty good. The comfort is obviously very good. These seats are fantastic. You've got adjustable bolstering. Obviously you can adjust the backrest, and they're still electric, they're still memory seats. And the car just feels a tiny bit lighter on its toes. And the steering is just, it's again 10% better than the competition. It's like the car BMW should have released. I feel like what BMW do, right, is they release a car that's good enough to give to the general public, and then they go, okay, if I was an engineer, I'd probably change this bit here, and I'd change this bit here, and they go, okay, in 2 years' time, let's just keep developing the vehicle. And it's kind of like that. They're adding some lightweight parts, yes, but it's all the little nitty-gritty things like changing the mapping of the gearbox, fettling the suspension, and just fettling the steering a bit. It all just feels a little bit nicer to the touch, and it makes for a better driving experience. But does that translate into raw performance? Let's do a 0 to 60 and see if this can really do 3.9 seconds. Word of warning, the F-Series cars were never very good at launching. So let's see what this car can do. Naught to 60 once I got the launch control working. Yeah, oh dear. We did a time of just 4.35 seconds, so a little bit off the claim time, but I think for this particular car, on this particular pretty cold day, that is not bad. So all in all, do I think the M4 CS is worth it? Do you know what? I'm going to say yes. If you've got a little bit more cash up front to spend on this car, I see no reason in just not getting this over the competition. It's a little bit more special. I think the carbon bonnet looks nice. Yes, you can get that as an aftermarket part for your competition car, but it's still never going to be a CS, is it? The CS model code is what makes this special. Having the little badging there as well, absolutely wonderful. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think you're going to lose less money in this than you would a regular competition. So if you've got more money, I'd go for this. Anyway, as always, I hope you enjoy content like this. If you did, give us a like, and why not subscribe? As not only can you see more content like this, you can see everything we have for sale, which unfortunately doesn't include an M4 CS. Hopefully one day it will. Anyway, as always, my name has been Tom, and you have been watching Paragon Cars. If you want to see some other videos or subscribe to the channel, click here or here, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Cheers.